things coming out of his mouth was me.
And let me ask
Wow.
you something, Luna. Does he consider himself pro-black?
On TikTok.
Hmm. I wonder why. I mean,
Mhm.
this is Conscious Lee all over again.
You see, yeah, look at that shirt he's wearing. The one about the ancestors who chose the sea. He had never even heard of that before it came out of my mouth to him. And there he is trying to monetize.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
He didn't know anything about being a black man until he met me.
And
And
also this is another guy that gets help from another white man on this app that uh already admitted that he was raised as a bigot, but now he claims he's an activist for the black community.
it doesn't work that way.
At all.
I was just gonna say, how's that supposed to work? That math ain't mapping.
Oh, we talking about Mr. Jolly Ginger.
Mm-hmm.
Another white man that exploits the black community for personal gain.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I mean, this is a business for them. And this is, again, Conscious Lee, Mr. Jones right here, Patrick Gentry, I Speed T Nathan. These people all run in the same circle.
Yeah. Yep.
Running the same scams.
Mm-hmm.
Exploiting black women.
And see, that's why I started talking about him when henchmen out on me immediately.
And then he probably told the whole lie. The only reason she's saying this shit because she mad because I left her.
Right, which, ew, gross. No, I left him and he stole my kids.
That's not all he stole. I mean, it's ridiculous. Luna, I haven't even gone through half of the stuff yet.
Right.
Like half of it.
And I haven't even, that was just like the very last month or so of information.
Did you get your kids back?
No, ma'am. He's holding them. He never intends to let me see, touch, look at them again because they're currency to him.
Wow.
He's holding them hostage for me because he knows that I can't stand him. I don't want anything to do with him. I don't love him. I probably never did. I felt sorry for him or something. I don't know. And that he has nothing.
To that, right? What brought you to that point? Because I already know what brought you to that point. Go ahead and speak about the Tesla, whatever you want. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when I got back from my deployment, I had been gone for a year. It's 2014-15 that I deployed. I had been gone for a year. It was terribly miserable. But also at the end of that traumatic deployment, I was sent home on emergency leave about 10 days before I was supposed to leave anyway, because my father passed away. So what a perfect time for a POS like this MF to come swooping in and say, you know what, why don't I come and help you, take care of some stuff. And then it was just all downhill from there. Yeah. He made promises he never kept. He got me in so much financial trouble that I'm still just trying to climb my way back to where I was in 2013.
So what are you doing legally about the kids?
I don't even know anymore. I've exhausted so many of my efforts because he's manipulated the law. He's manipulated the court because he's a career criminal. And so he knows how to fill out paperwork better than I do. He knows how to.
He's not filling out that paperwork.
Oh, I know. No. Yeah,
he has people around him helping them with this nonsense.
Exactly. He has people going into computer systems for him. He has people making it, changing dates around, and all those sorts of things. So that's what he's got people doing. He's got people trying to make me fail and trying to, because
Now,
he cannot win at anything unless he cheats.
and we haven't, like I said, I wanted to speak about this because we have the receipts for all this. Now, watching this man and knowing what he did to this woman, I mean, I'm just going through a lot of the stuff that Luna has sent me because I haven't gone through it. It's a hell of a lot, and to me, like I said, to watch a man use this woman's traumatic experience when you had received the Purple Heart, the infidelity and everything else, and to watch him come on this app and spew the stuff that he spews out of his mouth, it's ridiculous. Now, again, this dude don't even like me. I don't have no personal problem with him, right? But he don't like me, as he told Miss Luna up here, because of his friends. Because I tell the truth about his friends, because he just liked them.
Yeah.
Miss Luna, you do realize that number one, you can reach out to I would file a police report for theft and identity theft on several levels, just based on the little bit you just said here. And then I would reach out to GoFundMe because they don't have a time frame to go after somebody. And you would have to swear out an affidavit that you had nothing to do with that GoFundMe page. Then I'd reach out to the IRS. I'd reach out to the FBI. He would catch a RICO case, and then that's the shit I would go to court with to get my kids back.
I will.
We're gonna hopefully, like I said, I want people to listen, and we're going to help Miss Luna get the resources that she do need.
That's right. Yeah. Blaze, I just joined your team.
Hold on. I just had somebody reach out to me, and they say they're going to help us, Luna. Okay, so
God, I appreciate it. That was the other reason I came on TikTok, was like, don't give him money, and can anybody help me? And that was a long time ago, and I had given up hope a long time ago. So I really appreciate this.
again, I don't like the exploitation and the way they do it on this app.
Right.
Especially when it comes to our own community, because this shit isn't helping.
Yeah.
Great.
They basically taking from people that, probably need, they're less fortunate than them, but they want to put these stories out here and act like, play on people's sympathy and shit, man. This shit is just wrong.
Right.
And watch what he did to Luna, man. Again, how can y'all sit back and just allow that as Black women over there that support him, women that support him?
There are other large creators that I know that know for a fact what he's doing and what he's done, and have said nothing, that have reacted.
They're advocates for our community, but they'll let their friend try to derail a woman and take her children away. Not only her children, steal her identity.
Right. Exactly. And Luna, I know this might sound stupid, but I've had 4 people appear on Dr. Phil. Write to Dr. Phil. Give him as much information as you can give him, maybe what you gave Blaze or whatever. I'd write to Dr. Phil. Because if anybody gonna get to the bottom of your story, let me tell you something. When you start fucking with veterans, Dr. Phil do not play that shit.
Right. He's from Texas. That's true.
Will walk up one side of him and down. If you can't find him, his people will.
Yeah. Okay.
Write a letter to them.
That's true.
You got to help yourself so that we can help you.
Right. Yeah, I think that it's just ideas I haven't thought of. That's a really good idea.
Yep. I'd write to every every TV show that showcases family shit. I swear to God, I would. Yeah. Not the stupid shows, not Maury or Steve Wilkos, but the real shows, right?
Right.
No. And there's a few others out there. I'm not a real TV buff, but I've had 4 sets of people that have been on Dr. Phil that I can say I helped write letters with them, and they got picked and they got helped.
Okay.
We're definitely gonna get you the resources you need, Luna, and we're gonna expose.
I appreciate it. And see, that's one of the things he just didn't want so bad. Because the first time I was like down there, and it was 23 days I hadn't seen my kids, heard from them, didn't know what was going on, didn't understand what was happening at all. He called, when I called him, I was like, "Where are you guys at?" He was like, "What?" All flustered. He was what he said
Sorry,
first
y'all.
thing
I
out
got
of
a
his
phone call.
mouth
Go ahead,
was
Luna.
like,
Go ahead, Luna. My bad. I had got a phone call.
"Oh, sorry, oh, okay, I thought you said to wait." The first thing out of his mouth is like, um, "I can't believe what you're saying about me. Now you have people like Granny Coy and Black Guru talking about me." The first thing out of his mouth was about people on TikTok talking about him.
Did you file a missing report on your children?
No, because we're still legally married.
That
So
don't mean shit. He doesn't, just legally married or not, he don't get to walk off with the kids.
I've tried all of that already. I've tried all of that. The courts don't care. Florida doesn't care. The police don't care. The police have threatened me. All of that. All of that.
Wow. Yeah.
Because
Okay. Then here's another one. You talk to reporters.
no, I haven't.
Start calling the newspapers because you can talk directly to reporters. Sometimes they out in the field. Leave your story. See,
Yeah.
you're going to have to start turning over rocks that'll make other folks turn over rocks. Because by law, I don't know no state that you can walk off with your kids and the other party not know where they are.
Well, no, because he made up false charges. He accused me of assaulting him. Several months after we had not been living in the house together, he decided to go to the police with some, BS. So, long story short, they came up to me in several counties to take me officially so that he could take my babies. So he lied once again so that
But
he could
nobody
take them.
can't even verify if these kids are, like maybe his mama got them or, basically don't nobody know if he raised them or they sitting at his cousin house for, Are they, how old are your kids? Are they school age?
Yes, they're 8 and 6, and they were never even supposed to be in public school. I was homeschooling them, and that was the one singular thing I thought we agreed on. But no, he doesn't even want them. He doesn't even want them. He just is keeping them away from me.
Right. Yeah.
He doesn't love them. He doesn't care about them. He bought them just so he can, because he knows nobody wants him.
Well, no, what he realizes is the kids are a ticket in the system. The kids will help him get housing from the government. The kids will help him get food stamps. The kids,
They'll get him attention. They'll get him sympathy. They'll get him money.
Yes, absolutely. All that above. All that.
That's what he wants. He wants attention. He wants people to look at him. When his fanfare starts to fade, then he said, "Look at them, aren't they just the best?" And yeah, that's all he's using them for. And my kids know that because they've said it to me before. Daddy's just using me for clicks and likes. My baby said that at 5 years old.
I don't understand. City Cat said something don't sound right. I don't
I'm sorry, y'all. I
understand.
had stepped away. But go ahead.
I don't understand how the police aren't getting involved. I don't
It's Florida.
understand. I don't understand how Child Protection Services ain't getting involved. But I will say this. So, City Kitty, I will say this. I haven't been in her shoes, but I've been in a situation similar. No, it didn't involve children. It involved me. I'll just make it real short. I got a scholarship at 18 to go to the College of Staten Island. And when I got there, I didn't realize how controlling my father was. So we just gonna make this real short. He made a pass at me. He did not raise me. He made a pass at me. Inappropriate, very inappropriate. And I went to the police station and reported him. And they told me, you need a parent to accompany you. That was in the state of
Yeah.
New York. I'm like, what? I'm fucking grown, not in the state of New York. New York, you're not. You're not grown till you 21. So I
Right.
go, for a few days I rode the ferry until I was able to navigate a little bit better to get into a shelter. Because when I went there, I took I had my daughter with me, and in doing that, um, I was in classes for about a week, and then one of my professors told me I was no longer welcome at the college. I hadn't done nothing, and I came there on a scholarship. Well, my dad was very influential,
Mm-hmm.
and he wrecked my world. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
ma'am, he
Yep.
did. Yeah,
Yep.
he knew police, he knew mayors and governors and all kinds of shit. And because he didn't raise me, but we kept in touch over the years, I didn't realize he was that mean, nasty, and spiteful.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, when I turned down his advances, um,
Yeah.
cause yeah, he moved mountains to wreck my life. So for y'all that think there's something she ain't telling, yeah, certain men, depending on what they're doing and how they're moving, they can have the better influence, and your life will get ruined until you get other folks into the picture that don't have a stake in that situation. I
Right.
will
There's
say
there's
that.
so much nuance that I couldn't even explain it to. And that's what people like him count on. They count on me sounding crazy, telling you these little things and like, oh yeah, that doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right. Of course it doesn't sound right. Otherwise, then he would be behind bars right now for the rest of his life for all the stuff he's done. It's
Right.
never gonna sound right. That's exactly what he counts on. But I have stacks and years of all the crap that he's done to me that started off with bullying me and shutting me up. And it's been a long process of just being able to like wake myself up out of the like manipulation. So, I mean, yes, I've gotten this for as long as I've been trying to tell people that don't know me or don't know us outside of our relationship that this is like, no, it doesn't sound right. It does sound weird, but you're also not going to get a full story from this on TikTok. What is
Right.
my first name? What is my last name? What is my middle name? So you really can't judge my story because, I mean, my parents didn't name me lunatic either.
Right. Go to women's shelters. If you can find any of those shelters, battered women's shelters have advocates. You don't have to be a member or, a person living in there. Advocates know lawyers that will take cases like yours. Talk to those advocates.
Okay.
You know, call up the women's shelter and say, I need to speak to an advocate. I got this going on. This is, um, go to those shelters, you
Okay.
know, if you got to. Because some people, they work at these places and they don't really have the empathy. It's just a job to them.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, everywhere you need to make as many people aware of what's happening to you as you possibly can.
Yeah.
Just keep telling your story.
I will say this: there is a advocate for domestic violence listening, and she's going to be reaching out to you, Luna.
Okay. Okay. I appreciate that. Like
Yep.
everybody who says that there's something off, well, I mean, until you're in a situation like this, I don't know what to tell you. I mean,
Exactly. And you don't owe them no
I
explanation.
know that.
I'm going
It's
to say
like,
that for her.
it's
She
just
doesn't owe
crazy to
y'all
me.
every drop of information.
And that's just so stupid and dangerous. It's so stupid and it could be dangerous for my children too. And it's so dumb. It's so, no, there's not two sides to abuse. There's not two sides to abuse. There's not two sides to abuse. And the only way I can tell you is if you get abused, don't tell me there's two sides of abuse until you get that abuse. And then you come back, I'm gonna be like, well, I want to hear his side of the story. Maybe you deserved it. Maybe you deserved it. Maybe you had it coming. Did you have it coming? No. Because let me tell you, I had no problems and no drama in my life prior to that. Completely, it was complete. I'm just naive. That's it. So, well, there you go.
I know what I've saw already,
Right.
and I can say wholeheartedly that this man is a whole fucking predator, financial predator, manipulating. It's fucking sick to watch and see. It really is. And again, if we don't have all the facts, what did we say around here? We just need to be quiet.
Yep, that part.
Yeah. It's such a weird thing to me, though. Yeah. But yeah, it was, yeah, it was a lot of years of that.
I've had a lot of jobs in my life. I've had a lot of different titles. There's things I wanted to try and do, and I did them. I wanted to be an advocate. I have 850 cases I've won to get men, their children, legitimately, right? I mean, we know something wrong, right?
Mhm.
Or even like if the mom passes away during childbirth, the grandparents automatically think they're entitled to the baby, right? Or some
Yeah.
stuff. Um, so, I've helped moms who child protection services lied on them. You know,
Mhm.
I hear people talking about y'all should make child protection services a federal agency. There's so many. Dr. Phil has done
Yeah.
so many shows on CPS ruining folks' lives.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
I know too many people who I have literally known that, I had a young lady live with me, and there's
Mhm.
nothing wrong with the way I live my life. I don't drink, I don't do drugs, no, this, that, and the other. And she lived with me, and they tried to say, and she didn't have to double up. I got a 4-bedroom house. Her 2 kids had a room, and she had a room
Oh,
of her
wow.
own. And they tried to say that she was homeless. How is she homeless?
Hold on, Miss Bless.
Wow.
Miss or Mr. Uplift. All right, so I'm gonna read your question off. If you disagree with what's being said, you should be quiet. People who are agreeing can comment though. When you are speaking to a victim, right? When the victim is telling their story, right? You think it's helpful for the victim for you to tell them why you don't feel as though you disagree with the story about their story, their trauma? I don't think you should feel entitled to tell anybody that.
Exactly.
I mean, if you do feel that way, that's fine, but there's no need to speak on it. Wow. Okay. Clearly that went over your head.
Wow. Strange.
And I see, here's the wonderful thing, and I mean it very sarcastically. All these people got something to say about your business, but none of them know. If you don't know what situation your kids in, like Becky Boo said, he's not actually physically hurting them. We don't know that.
Exactly. And what the other part is, that's not the only type of damage you can do to a human being. No, you don't,
Okay, so
TC.
now
Shut
let
up.
me ask the question, right? Because again, I can't once I see something, I can't unsee it, right?
Right.
So I literally watched this man put up a video talking about this young lady and her Purple Heart and how they needed money to move, TV head, right? And did not move. Using her trauma to spark more empathy to raise money, not to move. He pretty much pulled a Patrick.
TV is just mad because I told him about himself. And so he went on this rampage about all these lies about me. And he was one of the people that I told you about. It's just on this
Right. I mean,
campaign.
I know he used to support you. I don't know where the fracture came in on with
That's
that.
where it came in because I told him what what disrespectful piece of crap he is, and he couldn't hold his own.
I don't know what that means.
No, I never said anything about him. No, he told me I couldn't trust you. I never said anything about not trusting you, Blaze, because you know I said I don't know anybody about
Mhm.
anything about anybody on here. Don't try to come in here lying.
Again, I mean, does that take away from her story?
Y'all are something else. See, this is what I don't understand.
I didn't say.
Blaze,
I'm sorry.
Blaze, I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna throw this out there, and it's up to you to do it. Um, in my lives are very controversial, but I tell you something, when I got something like this going on, there's no way there's comments that wouldn't be had. I want to be a moderator because I have this thought process. If you aren't going to be part of the solution, I'd be damned if I'm gonna let you exasperate the problem. And that's what a lot of these people are sitting here doing. They're exasperating her problem. If you don't believe her, then guess what? We can mute you for the next hour or so. Or you can go somewhere else and write crazy shit. Go do your own live about it.
Yeah, I know. Go do your homework, Raheem. I
You
don't
know,
give a shit
but
what
I
you
would
think.
not let her be made victim like this. It's either the people in here support her or they don't, and the ones that don't need to have her have to go through the bullshit of hearing their comments or reading them.
And again, this is something we go through a lot over here.
It's so weird. And
It
and
is because Polisa, right? We as supporters of police over here, everybody that supports police over here, just would
so
y'all
these
treat
are all
Polisa like
TV
that?
His people. These are all TV His people coming in here doing that. That's all that it was when they saw me come on live. So the videos he's talking about are videos he took off of my page anyway. And they were like 5, 10, 15 minutes of the same 1.5 hour video that I had broken up. And so it's stuff that I'm going to send you anyway, please. So, and now he's trying to twist into something that he's calling a lie because he wanted to twist it into what fit his narrative when he got mad at me. And that's how abusers, and that's how the cycle of abuse works. That's exactly how the cycle of abuse works. You twist things into what you want it to be to tell your story your way. And then you go and tell everybody else it's a lie. Were you there? Television, were you there?
Again, that's exactly what I was about to say. We were not there. And I already seen this man and what he's capable of because he's done it to me.
You know, the wonderful thing, there are times I wish karma was instant, right? And I'm going to say this, and it's going to sound cruel, and it's meant to, because this is how I feel about it. There are times when people have no empathy that I wish that they could endure exactly what the person is enduring that they have no empathy for.
That's and who else says that around here, y'all? Everybody that's normally in my life, who says that? That we need to learn more empathy. Who says that? And I'm pretty sure, Miss Bless, you don't know Polisa, right? Have you ever heard of Polisa?
No, I don't know. I didn't know you till I
Mm,
just like
mm,
saw what you had up there on your wall, and then we started talking about that, and it went from to this and morphed into this. And you
exactly.
know,
Well,
I'm a firm believer that God puts you where He wants you to be, and I
Yeah,
was
that's
meant to
true.
be in this live to join this team to help with whatever way I can help. I run a nonprofit. I have all kinds of contacts. I've worked for the federal government. I have friends that are in the FBI and the CIA. Whether these people want to believe that or not, I don't give two shits.
This guy
Right?
walks around with a television on his head, so he's not helpful to me at all.
so well, I'm bringing up Polisa because Polisa is a victim of sexual assault. A
Right.
creator on here sexually assaulted her, and I mean, if you
Yeah.
haven't seen victim shaming, I mean, it's disgusting what they do to this woman.
I've heard, and that's yeah.
I mean,
I've
I've seen countless people that don't even know this woman constantly disrespect her because they don't want to believe that she was sexually assaulted by one of their favorite creators. I mean, she's never lied. She's never said anything else but the truth about what happened to her, right? And and it's what we preach not to do to victims, but they will do it to her simply for the fact that they just don't like her. Not that they don't believe her, it's just because they don't like her.
Or that they rather
the way
like
she
somebody
delivers. She
else.
doesn't like they I'm pretty sure they all agree with her message, but they don't like the way she delivers it.
Yeah.
But I've seen
Yeah,
them
exactly.
make fun of her kids. I mean, talk about her hair, send fake FBI agents to her door. I mean, hack her pages. It's just disgusting, and it happens not just to